Oh, Jelly just got hit by a rock. Hello, members. Welcome to the first member-only devlog, and this one is about sounds. Before we start, I have a sound I want you to listen to. So, we're gonna talk about sounds specifically in Jelly Fields, but a lot of the sound-related stuff in Jelly Fields will relate to all of my games. So over here on the right, I have my sound manager script, and you can see there's a bunch of stuff in it. And if I actually open it up here, you can see all that it does. And this is a script from some tutorial that I saw on the Unity forums, and then I just kind of turned it into my own thing. Basically, all of the sounds are contained in this list, and when the game starts, it plays music, and it also plays the ambient sound of that biome. And the music in the game is all completely random, so it just picks a random song and plays that. Another cool thing that I do is for the sound effects, I have a thing that says, is if random pitch, then it changes the pitch from 0.9 to 1.1. So the sound will be a little bit deeper or a little bit higher pitch just to add to variety. If you're hearing that sound a bunch of times, it's nice to have a little variety in it, especially if it's happening all the time, like the XP noise. And then I have this thing called fade audio, which basically will lower the volume of a sound over time and then bring the volume up of a sound. So like when the weather changes, if it's windy and then going to rainy, then it'll just nicely crossfade between the two. And the same for the music. I also have some epic testing buttons, R and T, that play the bruh sound and that bonk noise. An interesting thing that I did was these specific button noises. You have your little click noise. And I was trying to think of what noise I could make that would be just a really satisfying click. And that's actually the sound of a pen. Like when you click a pen, click, click, click. That's what that noise is. And also, when you type, that's the noise of a keyboard. Like talking to you guys like you're babies. Now let's get on to how I actually make my sounds. A lot of times I use a program or a website, much like this one, Chiptone. This one is actually really cool. You have little buttons on the side, so I can have little blips, and then you can also just edit it to do different little things. And then I click the save button to download that sound, and then I can slap it into the game. Zimba's meowing. You guys will have to ignore that. But most of the time what I do is I drag it over into my audio editing software of choice, which is Audacity, and then you can slap some effects on it. Like I can change the pitch, or I can compress it if it doesn't sound the way I want it to. A lot of times I'll do a fade in and fade out for a lot of sounds that might be too abrupt. And this has a lot of different things. I'm not very versed in Audacity just as a tool. I'm not very great at it. I'm also not very great at editing audio, but I thought you guys should know some of these tips and tricks that I have. Zimba is now in my lap. The last place that I get sounds from is freesound.org. And freesound.org has been used in a lot of games and a lot of things. I think if I just type in cow, that is the cow from Minecraft. What I like to do on this website is I don't like taking sound effects other people have specifically and then just using it exactly like that. I'll edit it a little bit when I put it into my game. For example, the XP noise is the sound of a drum, a little thum of a drum. And I've highly edited it. I've changed the pitch and the speed of all of it. And then it's gone to the sound that it is now, which is a little dink. It's crazy if you think about it, but the sound of the XP, this one, that used to be a drum. Okay, that's about all I have to say about sounds. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try and answer them for you. I'll leave you guys off with one sound. It was the same sound. Oh God, it's looping.